evening. This is Waves of Love. I welcome you to another episode. Tonight we are going to have an interesting discussion. We are looking at the common challenges in relationship or common relationship challenges. And the first one that we are going to talk about, or we are going to discuss primarily tonight, is communication. We'll be talking about communication, and my guest with me, we all know him already. He's a media marketer. He's also a counselor, Mr. Johnson Abiugleme. Mr. Johnson.
Hello, Kasla.
You are welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
We miss you.
So do I. You're looking sweet.
Thank you. So, as we all know, relationship plays an important part in every relationship. Many issues are solved, or almost all issues are solved with communication. You have to learn how to speak, talk, or communication is not just about talking, as we all know. Sometimes even the way you body language, the way you act and all that, they all constitute an aspect of relationship. Mr. Johnson.
Hello.
In the relationship, as two people have agreed to go out, how do we build an effective relationship?
Thank you so much for having me. And as you said, two people agreeing. So the Bible says in Amos 3:3, can two work together except they agree? So before you agree, it means that there has been a communication. There has been a transfer of information, and another party agreeing to that. Okay, fine. I want to move with you. I'm interested in you, and we want to work together and build a relationship to marriage. Okay, so that is communication.
Okay.
You are transferring information. You are giving idea to somebody. You are giving a thought to somebody. You are giving an information to somebody about something. And so it has to do with either two people or between one person and a group of people, depending. But this one is between two people.
Yeah.
That will further extend to the families.
Yes.
But the two engages first. So it's from one person to another, which is the sender to the receiver. And so the information in there should be very precise and straight to the point. It shouldn't be distorted. If I'm communicating with you, I must communicate in a clear language that you understand. So it plays a key role in every relationship, in every gathering of people, wherever you are. Animals communicate. Any living being communicates. Yeah. So it is key. It is very key. That is a pivot of our living.
Okay. Mr. Johnson, we know that we all have different ways of communication, or different ways that we communicate to people. What is the best way to communicate in a relationship? Is it because sometimes it's not everybody who loves to talk. Some people naturally, they are the quiet type. But does it always mean that if my partner is not talking to me, he doesn't love me?
No, that's not the case. That's not the case. Because as we know, you are expressing your idea, your thoughts, actions, and inactions. We have verbal and non-verbal.
Yeah.
So I can non-verbally communicate to you.
Okay.
And I can verbally communicate to you. And so, as you said earlier on, your way of sending the information counts. Okay. Primarily, your words are the key. That's the first thing.
Okay.
Before you say anything, you have to think about what you want to say. Is it compatible with my partner?
Okay.
How is he or she going to accept this thought of mine that I want to express, this idea of mine that I want to express? Okay, so that is a word first. Then we move to how that expression is done. How do you put the words to your partner?
Yeah.
That is key. And then the ultimate is the action. Okay.
That's where mostly the problem is.
That is where the issue is.
But sometimes to be like a partner, even the way you look at the person, your response, the body language, especially on the part of our wonderful females like myself, I say, it's like instead of you talking, it's like
You see, and communication, you need to be seen receiving the message I can communicate with you. You can hear me.
Okay.
Talking. But understanding me might be different.
Okay. So, what is the way out?
Okay, as I said earlier on, that is the word. What do you say? Whatever you want to say, you must first think about it first.
Okay.
Okay, let me use this example. You are sitting down here, and then I come. Oh, Chrysler, please come. Chrysler, come. The two are different. The key word there is come. But the way I presented the first one will appeal to you. The second one will agitate you or cause you to ask questions. What is wrong with this guy?
Wrong? So it means the volume.
How it is said, the process and the way you use your words are key. Because if I come and I say, Chrysler, please come. My word, the way I said it, and my gesture will appeal to you.
Okay.
But if I walk in and I say, Chrysler, come, my body language, everything is not normal to you. And so that is one key bullet. And then the problem starts. And so always think about your partner to understand that, okay, what I'm about to say, how will my partner take it? Because, you know, we live in a cosmopolitan area. We are born in different areas, raised differently, coming together from different backgrounds. What I may see as a joke, you might not see as a joke.
Yeah.
You get my point? Yeah. And the way I will express myself, maybe in my language, it's normal. But to you, it is not normal. I mean, can't say obisi now quarry wine. It depends on the context the person is using it. But somebody will not understand wine. The person may think say he's nobody. But in another context, the person is asking, so who do you think you are?
But Mr. Johnson, one say in every relationship, you know, as you said earlier, it consists of two people coming together.
That's right.
Mostly, both parties were raised from different backgrounds. And as we know, some of our wonderful people from certain tribes, naturally, they are loud, or the way they speak is loud. And you know, if you say, me per how I was raised up or where I'm coming from, this is how I talk. If I want to say come, I'll say come. If I want to say sit down, I'll say sit down. And it is natural. That is me. How do you handle someone, or if that person is your partner and the person has these features?
Perfect. You know, and that is exactly what is happening. It's a reality on the ground, okay? Because we are coming from different backgrounds and race and circumstances lead us to behave or not to behave one way or the other. Okay, you saw the person, you like the person. You cannot have 100% clean sheet of any human being. We all have our baggage with us. Okay, so you love me based on certain qualities. Love that part. The part that you don't, which is so pushing you off, that is where you must concentrate and love me on. Because the things that you saw that admires you, they are good qualities. The ones that you don't like, that is where you have to concentrate on.
But
you
before we continue, Mr. Johnson, I want to tell our wonderful viewers that you can sponsor this program. The package is very wonderful, amazing packages for you when you sponsor this program. If you want to send us a message or be a sponsor on this program, you can call us on 0548 636612. 0548 636612. I know you were enjoying the program, Mr. Johnson.
Hi.
Please, you can continue.
Yeah, so there's one thing. There are 4 A's that I want to give out.
Okay.
So far as addressing this very issue of communication is
It's
concerned.
concerned.
Okay. 1 A. The first A is avoid.
Okay.
Okay. So the person talks the way you don't like. The person acts the way you don't like. The primary thing is that avoid that issue. Don't let it be a bother to you so much. Because the more it becomes a bother, the more it brings problem. Okay. So in addressing, you can sit the person down, talk. That is where the communication comes in. The way you talk. Now with the local independent man, for that and good passes. No, darling, I have identified something, and I think if we work on it, it will help. And when we went to your friend's party, the way you were talking, everybody was looking at you. So you start from that angle, a very low tone, appealing to the person. Okay, because it is part of the person. If you go attacking and trying to be holier than thou, it's a no-go zone area. So you appeal and you try to bring the person's mind into yours. Then the person understands, oh yeah, and I have a challenge. Then you start gradually. Sometimes when we are with people, you whisper instead of talking. So he or she comes to you, or you can adopt a sign language. When you are among people, maybe your tongue is Charlie, let's go. So you avoid too much talking within people, so that your partner will be saved. Because the more you talk, maybe or no, but instead of saying
you have to consciously protect your partner.
Yes, it must be a conscious effort. Communication itself must be a conscious effort, because you are going to say something. So if you don't consciously put your thought together, you destroy relationship. So you can adopt a sign language. So wherever the person is, the moment the person sees your thumb, you know you have to go. There's no need of talking again. Sign language is communication. So that is your own adaptation. So when you do it, the person understands it. That is one way or the other. And then, as I said, you avoid it. Don't let it bother you. Avoid the issue that is causing the problem between the two of you. Avoid it. If you are the cause, you the person causing the thing, avoid it. Stop. And then you the person also being affected by the thing, you can avoid it. Maninye secondary matter now. You see, we've come to a point, and I mean who say there are certain things we fight over in our relationship. They don't matter.
What are some of these things, Mr. Johnson?
They don't matter. Maybe I fight about phone. What is phone? The phone can fall and be destroyed. And it becomes an issue between the two of us, where there are core things for the two of us to relate with each other. But phone now be an issue.
Be a crab blame game. We say, oh, now you say, we say, and now I say, you say. It's like one person is always the bad one.
Yes, and if you are the bad one, ask yourself, is what my partner saying right about me? You see, when you fail to ask yourself the questions and you think your partner is attacking, they be attacking what? Or no, near ultra a crime on him in the church, or no, who be but maybe the way he or she is approaching is where the problem is, and it's part of communication. In Senipano can, who's got translate dreams, what my partner is saying. Is he right or is she right?
Is she right?
So, who now open sentence, who said no, he or she might be right somehow. Then the process of healing starts, the process of solution starts. But they be out dream say or no attack you. Now when dream say we now we have problem now, it becomes an issue.
You
must also sit down and analyze yourself and see say, because to you don't have a problem. It is not your problem, because that's how you were raised and brought out, depending on the community. You don't see it as a challenge or a problem, because you live with it for long. But the second person is seen as a challenge because of where he is also coming from. Then you sit down and realize that, okay, fine. Then the beginning of the solution starts. But you always be hitting yourself hard whilst getting angry with your partner for nothing. So we must always assess each other. Because that one pastor, I sometimes ask my wife, when I speak, just go and sit down quietly and ask yourself what my husband is saying. At the instant you may not like it, you may be angry with me, or the way I put it, you may not. But go and sit down quietly and then digest what I've said. Say to someone, then you know that my husband, after all, does not hate me or dislike me. What he's saying, there's something. But say they out dream say, I hate you. Anything I'll be saying will be a problem to you. But you must always assess. It's okay. They all can about if you are fast the kind, I'm at fault. I must also accept my fault and say I'm sorry. but this is my intention. So you must ask, what do you mean by this? This statement of kind, what do you mean by that? Then I can explain myself to you, because maybe what I'm thinking in mind and what I express might be different. Into one intimacy. What's the point in us here? And that is where the issues are. And sometimes you prejudge the person before the person speaks. Concluding your mind, or what can I say?
So just beginning past I want us to show more light on that. I said some people, when you are in a relationship with them, especially are wonderful males. Sometimes it is portrayed that fine, the person is goal oriented, or the person is in his youthful age, the person is busy working and all that. So the moment of proposing a accept a dating after the nasa wakati communication. But only no kasa, when you raise that issue up, he'll be like, I love you. But on your part as a lady, you know that this guy is not talking to me. Time be say, oh yeah, Juma, to say be ima, or yeah, the thing, or nya daje on kasa. But most of them say, who relationship him? I know that this is one of the major issue in most relationships. Yes, like uni ni pano wo on kasa, but ubusan say odomi ana, or say I am a dog. Is it possible that way? Is it right for women to understand that, okay, fine, ebi a beman baby I withdrew at this stage of his living, so I should leave him to concentrate on his work, whilst I also stay in my corner, still having the thought that I am in a relationship with this person.
That's right. I always say, "I'm a penny and akufo-addo. My business will be or dreams will be in what? A man in Yard and Akumas or dream, but so or family.
Yeah.
And to say, the wife and over. Say, the buff and over. So our meeting, be said that is different.
Okay.
Okay, you cannot work 24/7. So you have a period that you are busy. That is part of communication. Let your partner know your treat, your working hours.
Okay.
Things that engages you at a particular time.
Okay.
Between 1 and 3 o'clock. My dear,
busy.
friend number far. Don't worry, I'll call back. I'll be very tight. And you know, and you see, let your partner be open in communication. You have to be open. Manipani ho ejuma awoye. Because if you meet you, no share anti ejuma na see. Nti manipani ho ejuma awoye. Na manipani ho, that is communication. Manipani ho, the time the person can call that you be free. I know friends that omo ejuma ma minti me from because the phone is not with them. You call, they will not pick the call until a call break. Or who call break timer or be pick it. Or no somebody who miss call or be free within that break time or who's ever free. But before break time, you know, who friend are on fire, and it is not his fault. The phone has to be, because of the nature of his job, the phone has to be somewhere. Or more a engine room or until break time. So when you know the type of job your partner does, you don't disturb your partner at any point in time. And you know women are emotional. Until you pay attention. You see, it's that is worrying the system. You see, and if the guy doesn't bring money home, it's another issue. But it doesn't mean that it's a guy so depending on that. You cannot work 24/7.
Yeah.
You must have a time, a big time, and call. Oh, Charlie, it's a maybe I call you, and then maybe I busy you. Maybe I'm very up to you. In the evening, you get home, you call. Moon chatting from a particular time, from 9 o'clock to maybe 10, 11. You sleep off. If the person's work engages him within 9 to 10 to 11, nighter, because maybe IT free, most of the times it's in the night that they do most of their jobs. And it's a nighter. And so within the day, you can communicate and talk. Depending, you must have a way of communication.
In common I mean, so when you're Japan, ya can yama be brave, Mr. Johnson, Near say communication plays an important role, so we must always learn to communicate and then how to communicate. Or partner, or nim your kasa na no denya, you should find a way to talk to the person in humility to ensure that there is always peace at home. We'll go for a short break. We'll be right back. welcome back to Waves of Love, and it's all about love in the air. Mr. Johnson.
Hello.
So before we went on break, I asked this question that can you be in a relationship, especially on the part of our males? Is it justifiable that your partner will tell you that at this stage of my living, I am working on a project, I'm busy, so give me some time, let me, work on this thing. If it works for all of us. And you mentioned that everybody has time. In some way, is it deliberate?
Yeah, to me,
or people are different.
That is what I said earlier on. You must understand your partner's job.
Okay.
The role, any activities are engaging within a day. Okay, if you understand your partner in that way, it wouldn't be a challenge for you.
Okay.
And you must free your mind. If you are thinking aloud and suspicion in relationship, or drink too much suspicion, you kill yourself. Look, the man has friends, ladies, before coming to meet you. You have made friends before the man coming to meet you. So don't be too anxious of where he is, whatever. And I mentioned earlier, women like attention. Okay, so the guys must make time for the women, but the woman must understand that truly the guy is engaged. That's a necessary or the idea. Other things to say, or yet to avoid you. Some do to avoid you because they are not in love with you. And I'm saying, if you are in love, you cannot stop communicating. I'm telling you, when I fell in love with my wife, sometimes I think money do 12. Me took one baby, I call a bonkomo because me caution baby and I do the then I appoint my baby, and we are not close to each other. So we talking.
You love to talk to the person.
Gee, can you say you are my friend and then you not talk to me for a whole month, a whole week? Now you and then you say you are my friend, I love you. Oh, lady, I'm telling you for a fact, a red flag. Okay. Irrespective of whatever the guy might be going through, there should be a time for the two of you to communicate, talk, share ideas. I mean, express yourself about the day's work or the week's work. Then you know you are in touch with each other.
Yeah, so when you call cry, you can put it on loudspeaker whilst you are working.
And I mean, it depends on your work environment. It wouldn't allow you to speak and talk because there are some places you can't talk whilst working and also engage with customers. So you put your phone down. But who will break? Sometimes 30 minutes, sometimes 1 hour.
1 hour.
Within the 30 minutes, can you make 5 minutes out of the 30 minutes and speak to your partner? Call him or her. My dear, it is saying,
I said deliberately, you have to make time for your partner.
You have to. It is work. Relationship is work. Look, marriage is work. It is not a child's play. It is not something you go and sit down and say, ABC.
Yeah.
Like the way we are watching telenovela. We are now after that. You must move from the fantasy zone and come to reality. The thing is real. It's work. Garbage in, garbage out. What you put in, you get it out. So when you are putting in effort to make sure it works, it will work out. You open yourself and you are teachable. You must be a teachable. If you are not having that teachable spirit, it cannot work, and you must open up to yourself. Be free-minded. Look, I do I have fun work happy. I am many when I shine and say, why have you made the whole thing? Why? We have made the whole thing to be something that is killing people. Why? Why should it be? I met you, I said, Charlie, you are so lovely. Now you share my video, I didn't complicated. Initially it wasn't so. Why? Because of our differences. And the moment you are entering into a relationship, you must start cutting down, pruning yourself, because it's a sacrificial job you are taking. What I say? You must shed 50% of yourself. He also shared 50%. Into mu share, mu 100. Mu kwana no why 5 if you so no why 5. 95. As you go along, you are taking the 5 or the 2 or the 1. You have to be reducing the percentage throughout till you get to 50. And then he brings his 50, you bring your 50. By that time, in the courtship period now, baggage in, normal baggage not to attend. There is some account, and so by the time you get to know, you must know each other. That is why most of the time they say marry a friend, somebody you've known for a long time. You can play with, you can joke with, you can share things with. That wouldn't be a challenge. But then because we have different temperaments, won't mean I hold on to that policy because definitely the person might be having something that.
And until say issue be bebano, you don't know who the person is or how the person respond to issues.
That is it.
So be on might be in the dating period, you know, be like or you come or you know this person is a good person. Until say be a mobile warrior, would you best say and I say I warm back situations known never revealing who the person really is. So
in Legon they do this temperament test in Legon for would-be couples.
Oh, okay.
You have to pay for it.
Okay.
And they'll do it for you.
Okay.
And then the result will be given to your counselors and then to be read before the two of you. And it works almost 95%. It will reveal who the person is for you. And to say a revealed child now you want to go into the relationship, you are free to go. If the red flags are putting you off, you can walk out from the relationship. So every would-be couple, go to Legon, find out. It's a temperament course. And you take it, the two of you will pay for it. And then they will do it separately. And before you finish answering the question, your true nature, who you are, and all the red flags will be revealed. You can't hide it. Into who say flag and red one and door super, you move away. If you can adjust, you adjust it.
Okay.
And then there will be no problem. What the point I say? And so it has to be. It is work. I say I can't into women can't tell me so do be. Not 2 hours a day, a whole day, won't in a paninka. Till the following day. Hey.
Questionable.
It's not right. Unless you've informed each other essentially, and then me frail, but I'll get in touch with you tomorrow morning. But that one crap, no, it's not normal. So who took I to play move fly from Ghana to maybe China. Now because of flight issue in me who draw about me you have to call. Until that's within 24 hours. Minus everything. You should be able to speak to your partner. Who took one from Accra to North? Maybe on the way you are driving, so you cannot talk.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. But the moment I will do an hour back up, baby, you should call. You see the point? Anytime I'm traveling, I have to call and say, Charlie, me do her. Oh, you call landing. And then I'll call you back in the evening. Say, hey, Rance, we are fail. That gives the person an assurance. So I'm in touch with my partner. But when Fred to the day, you put the person in a torture chamber.
I will say, well, you know I love you already. You know I love you. I have no one.
Which one? You have no one.
You have
no one, then be calling me.
You are the only person in my life. You know, now I heard you know kasa. I should not say ya Diego na bu ye fudi obe kasa.
On say, mama mema no kasa. Based on your emotions. You see, mo person mo ti nsem. Into so nipa no super so kasa obe kasa. But me I believe in action more than words.
Okay.
I believe in action. I don't want to talk much, but I want to show my action to you. But demonstrate this me do. To say, the be say me yama, I say me yama. No one say me do. So say more person the be panic I love you. Me I have tell my wife me say I love you. I can say it 10 times for you. But whether I love you, no, I meant it. It's a different thing altogether. So if somebody is telling their partner I love you, not say the partner I love you, we are not going to fight you. I can't love you. To me, now peg, baby, we are not going to fight you. Not me, I mean, because I love you. But I'm proving to you that I love you truly. Which one will you prefer? It is not the words per se. It is good to reassure the person, say, you are there, I love you. But it shouldn't be, say, based on the words that I say every day to mean, say, I meant what I mean. No. I might be saying it. Mouth, if I were cheer, me call double game, I better say, you see the point?
Yeah.
But show commitment to the marriage. Show commitment to a relationship. For me to know, say, apart from saying I love you, you are interested in me. And so you call to find out what I'm doing, what I've gotten to, what is happening to me. Where did he? Why away? Be concerned. When you call me, you don't ask me all those questions. Hey, where is the laugh? You must ask me, have you eaten? See, what did you eat? Okay. So how does the day be like? How is work? Those things add up. What I say, inti bema bia o shey. Now the day bia adwuma nkwa na oye me so ma pani anado. Oye adwuma so bia na ma bebre dan so on that time. What I say?
Yeah.
You are not busy than the president, you are not busy than the ministers around. You must have a time. That is why we don't work from morning throughout 24/7.
Yeah.
You work, you close, you go home. And this is where Juma and Mouse are time now. Assume you say be a medical doctor and you are always busy with clients. Oh yeah, morning you are on duty, evening, blah 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 blah. There will be a day you'll be off.
Yeah.
That off day, no partnership. It's all about creating your own world and platform to ease off any tension. Men copy obi na be pasty wo wodi niso. Ebe how? Ebi obi ni pattern ejuma oye no. Or no any personal job or your free hand. You can talk several times on phone, nothing happens. Ebi a won't be also no show be asi. And when you enter your office you cannot talk. So you don't compare. You create your own path. And you are not racing with anybody. And to create the path that can resonate with the two of you.
Okay.
To move on. And understand your partner. That is key word. Understand the job. A man no pay attention your name. Ma mo so mo hwe adwuma me ye. You imagine as a call be pass here. On to me in fact. Now so friend no kring the person too cannot pick your call. Then you know. My wife when she calls 1 2 and I don't pick, she knows where I am. I cannot speak. On Frebio. You see the point? And that is why it's good to say, maybe I have no. Me catch and say my back office.
Okay.
Maybe a set, maybe a program.
Until on Fre.
Until me catch so much as me say, shall see. I feel maybe call. Until back as later. Until an hour plus on Frebio. Because I have informed her I'm on set. I'm going on set, and we are going to do production. Until on Fre. Azuma did not tell her. And she's also expecting me at a particular time. And now I'm missing me. And offer a call, then and I'm not picking. Why is this guy? What has happened to her? You see, so don't give room for suspicion. Don't give room and put the woman in a chamber of torture. So who call baby? Call the person and tell her, and I'll test. Call or test, say, okay, within this period, if you're calling and I'm not picking, I'm here, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. That is communication. We are communicating clearly at any part. You are safe on that path.
Okay.
Sometimes the situation can put you in the corner, will be free. But the moment that the first I'm afraid I'm sorry. This thing crop out. You wanna come, we'll discuss. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It is ABC, but I cannot talk to you on phone where I am now. I wanna come out, we'll talk. What could the banner down? Now, if I can you don't know where I'm then no. At least the person is worried about you, he's concerned about you. That is the reason why until why you're worried, agitated. So you must calm that agitation down.
So meaning in communication you have to understand your partner's needs.
Perfect.
Know who the person is what the person wants. Then you deal with the person in that line.
In that line.
When you say Nipano, time the person is concerned to know where you are at every particular point in time. Make sure the person knows your day, activities, what you are doing throughout the day. So Nipano peace.
Peace. He's concerned.
Or her
and you say or Nagan or how they be. And you're concerned. When I'm moving from Accra or whatever. Maybe I'm in work as an amico. Me ba no afraid to doing. Sometimes at a point now you say, but why are you calling? Why are you calling? But later I began to understand say no. The lady is worried. You want to know where I am and if I'm okay and I'm not getting closer home. So that into some curtains oh me wa from Freddie. Especially when she realized that I'm getting closer to our neighborhood. Oh, we was painters. She wouldn't call again.
Once again to our wonderful viewers, And to our wonderful viewers who are in businesses, you can contact us on 0548 636612 to sponsor Waves of Love. Mr. Johnson,
Haslam,
you are talking about the 4 A's in communication.
Yeah.
Now my brief highlights concerning that.
Okay. So
you mentioned avoid.
Avoid.
For the first one.
For the first one.
So the other 3.
So you have to avoid the situation. At the end of the program, avoid it. The 2 parties must make sure to avoid it.
Okay.
So never anchor for program member. Unyonko on pe kinky. Na de bia wo kinky wo de han on pe. Enti wo go do kinky a wo de men fam man name because on pe kinky. So avoid doing what you do to irritate your partner and bring challenges. Okay? Then the next one is to adjust. You have to adjust to the situation. And then be no find welcome. Adjust to it. I don't like omutu.
Okay.
My wife does. Onwea, it doesn't mean I wouldn't eat. I will not eat the way maybe I will eat my banku and okro. Okay? But I will eat it. I don't like it. But I'm adjusting because that is what she likes. Okay? Alright. I love my banku and my okro.
Okay.
My wife has adjusted to my banku and okro. I didn't know what she has done. She has kicked off omutu and nkati.
And she now prefers banku and okro.
I can't remember the last time we eat omutu.
I can sense your wife is very romantic.
So you see the point. She has avoided that thing and adjusted to something just because she wants me to be happy.
To be happy.
And so she has cut off something that she loves. That is what she has been eating. I know when we're cutting, I know when you're visited sometimes cook it. And you're there in delicacy. But for years now, that delicacy is gone off her menu.
Okay.
Why? Because the man is moving with is not into that. Into the oh yeah. That is her mind. So why not cut off? Avoid that thing. And adjust to what she likes. And she has perfected in banku and okro so that because I am maybe some side or
Oh yeah, ni
ye my mom say yes. Why ye? You see the point? So you adjust and then adapt to the situation. Environment if you don't avoid the environment and you cannot adjust to it, adopt it. Environment in fire would you go to Rome, you do what the Romans do. That is the statement that I take. You what? We go to Rome. Now we see. We offer Africa. Now what you go so be sleeveless.
Yes, so now sister can say me sister who say obi adani abo na so adani bi nyesa.
Yeah, who na be kun.
Bury you.
What I say?
Say nipa no say not here. If you can't avoid, you just adapt.
Adapt to the situation. And that will bring peace. Okay, and in every relation there should be one person who is a peacemaker. And peacemaker shouldn't have a condition to the peacemaking. They be an problem about who say we are peacemaker. Brother, sister, please, whatever has happened, let's sit down and talk. You, if I'm fault, I'm sorry. But please, next time, just speak to me in this way. I'll prefer that one. There should be one person in the relationship who is a peacemaker. So Dr. Boomer, the relationship cannot work. One person must be a peacemaker in the house. Irrespective of the challenges will come, the trials will come, the ups and downs will come. So far as we are human beings, they will come because we have differences. There should be a peacemaker in the family.
Okay.
One person, one partner should be the peacemaker. You must always smoke the peace pipe. Otherwise, the relationship is heading towards rock. Yeah, whatever it is, I'll go. Say, Mommy, can we sit? I want to speak to you. Sometimes she calls me.
Okay.
Can we speak? That is peacemaking. Because for how long shall we be in the silent mood? And for how long can we have issues with each other? Where are we heading towards? Accident, danger. So there must be a process of smoking peace. One person must call the shot, and the other person must also accept that somebody is calling me to resolve issue. You shouldn't stand on your pride and your ego. That would destroy the relationship and destroy the two of you. Maybe you are meant for each other, but because of your pride and ego. Now I jai gold and I made a show and say, not gold in the call.
Sometimes me busa this question pa say two people in a relationship, then pa na cause people to leave or for a relationship to break up. And you realize that mostly it is because one person decided that I won't let go this issue.
Yeah.
We like the way it is enough. I say
my pink
my bread means to me.
I'm not saying you should be in an abusive relationship or a torture relationship. But you yourself, who are you? You are praying for Mr. Right, and you are not writing yourself to be Mrs. Right. You get the point? So those are the issues.
So as you are seeking perfection in your partner, you are also developing
working on yourself. It is daily. Daily. The marriage itself is an event. That is the ceremony where you engage yourself. It's a wedding. The actual marriage is a process.
Wow.
You start from one, you are moving on until, that is what they say, until death do you part. So until death, no, it is a process. You don't stop. You are journeying. You are moving. So as you go, you meet the potholes. Some are manhole. You fall, you rise. One person for another person rise. Sorry. That is it is work. If you are not ready to sacrifice and work, then you don't go into a relationship. Be in your singleness and enjoy your singleness. That is why I always say that you enjoy your singleness to the full. Who do full now? Who are going to help a partner? Men rush because people are rushing. You get rushes. When you get to your full, after you're living your singleness, you will know, say, I need somebody by me. And then you work towards it and pray to God to give you a partner that will understand you, a God-fearing person. Now, the God-fearing people are killing people more than God-fearing. Because Christianity is at a changing. And then America say we've gone for something that is not part of us. And that is what is destroying us.
There was this counselor, Mrs. Helen Foley, or can be one time. She said, Christ love, if only every Christian will take what we are teaching them in the church concerning relationship and marriage, there will be no divorce. But sometimes when you're counseling, when you say what training pan say, quite way now faswa, ebia obani bema ba what your bani say, submit to your husband. Will you way marriage in the bedina? I did bet you no maba, no bain and I know they didn't.
I know my right, Benji conference.
They all no. At the end of the day, no, the person is coming back with something different and no.
That is the true nature of the person. Okwa sorry, but so na fanemo. Teaching na teaching na no you know our now person worry na here. People are interested in the event, which is marriage, but they are not interested. That is the ceremony. They are not interested in the marriage itself. So they are not training themselves for marriage. They are not marriageable materials. They are event materials. Until that day, now you're wedding here now, and true color number. What I say. So prepare yourself for marriage, not for the event. And that is why marriage is not for kids. It's not a child's play. So I want to teach you, you must be emotionally matured, you must be physically matured, you must be mentally matured, and be able to handle issues. And yes, I be that is why that person has to live his youthfulness and we. And then myself, everything. You will kill the relationship. You have to sacrifice. If you are not ready to sacrifice, don't go into it.
Oh, okay.
That's all.
Okay.
Don't.
Okay.
Because it's a sacrificial job. Look, Adam and Eve. Adam was there in some way, caring for his animals, playing with the animals. Then God said it's not good for a man to live alone. And it is true because me kwame to anka what is here? Then the woman came. Communication here I can once the devil went and communicated with the woman. Sweet words change the mindset of the woman to buy into what is wrong. The woman bought into it, came back to Adam, used the same communication words, changed the mindset of Adam. Adam ate the apple. Communication from day one. Then when the two of them fell, Adam accused God of bringing the woman into his life. Oh, not a problem. But one thing I love about Adam, and I always say it, Adam did not divorce Eve. They moved on together. They went to the sacrifice together. The two punishments that was given to Adam and Eve. Eve was going through hers, Adam was going through his. But the two did not separate. So that is the typical example of relationship and marriage that all of us to adopt. Because Eve, from the Adam, he lured Adam into going to sin and falling down.
Yeah.
But Adam did not sack Eve, push her away, and destroy her life. No. Or the batano. Empire falling. Why am I falling? And so we me to chubuchu. Okay, then the rib of what?
My rib and the bones.
Of my bones. Okay. She shall be called woman. Until unto me and separating him. So Adam adopted Eve, or accepting, and that is the final way. Acceptance, or accepting Eve. Irrespective of whatever happens, Adam accepted Eve and lived with Eve, and together they raised children. In raising children, issues happen. One killed the other. Those are the challenges in marriage. What you don't expect to happen to you, knock at your door. How do you handle it?
As a young down fire drink or honum, you share Adam Eve cry first marriage and Agyapong like a boy we are here. You could see that they went through a lot of challenges.
Yes, that is a typical one.
But they stayed together all through.
Perfect. So I always say time as
because our ba now baba akukubaku na look at the whole.
And look at the way Eve caused Adam to fall.
Like from the beginning, personal castle is the woman that you brought, but you will never see anywhere in the Bible say Adam blame Eve. Ebi anka wan ware na bi otini baby na anka oya na dia. Enkasa or how we na ebi anka emba.
In time going to sacrifice. So if you are not ready, sit at your somewhere. Mataheku, go and sit your somewhere. Don't come and take somebody's wife, somebody's daughter, or go and get somebody's son and be bringing problem.
Let us say issues be a baby, no, you should be matured enough. You should be ready to handle that issues.
Adam first born Boba. One first born Boba accused of singing coupon, but said no the man. No. Okay, but man was that we didn't hear anything of Adam again on Eve, descending on Eve. Maybe a lady has caused you to fall down, or has caused you to lose money or business. Learn something from that.
Okay.
Bring the lady back to yourself. Any fault. Maybe she doesn't even know. Can you transform that lady into the goal that you want her to be? Maybe keep to be a sacking man. You don't know who. It might be good to say, yeah, obey back with you. No, another one, you're good. That is also our idea. It is there. But sometimes it's not all our idea that goes on. So it's not every relationship I have to cut. My mother told me when I was young, I said, look, don't date two women. Date one. If it doesn't work, clear your table. Don't take any baggage on you and go into another
one.
So that is at the back of my mind what has moved. If you are a young guy, don't date two women. If you are a young lady watching this program, do not date two men. Date one. Get involved with that person. If it doesn't work, part peacefully and move on. If you are dating two, you are committing crime. You will not be faithful. You will not be committed. You will be dealing that, and that is the problem we are facing now in our generation. The guys have 2 girls, 3 girls. Oh, show be any character. And a man is there, Mr. And a home is Mr. That, Mr. That, Mr. That. They want responsibility. Why? Who are you deceiving? So go to the own channel, That is it. Why do you take somebody's money and go give the apple to another person? What is wrong? Be in your lane, take one car and move on. If the car breaks down, it cannot work and you cannot fix it, drop and go. Why do you put burden on yourself? Lady, my will find out when they will stop. A lady came to my wife's place. A young lady, over 3 chips, phone chips, different networks. Now my bill will go on him. Get it out to she doesn't even know the number. So when she got, and I was asking my wife, how can a young girl like this have 3 different chips? It means there are 3 different guys or 4. Or the chip Ashama, he knows the person he lives with. Or you chip way to Jinoba find out on Sankano. Chip B womb, or the chip B deal. Or you chip B woman or the C Shem, A B be free, switch off.
Mama kai SS my friend Bakuna, the numbers no. Obi friend album Mugu 1, Mugu 2. Say
a code.
Boys no more Hanagen like boys all day to you. And I was told Mugu 1, Mugu 2, Mugu 3. Into Mugu 1 about him. You get a point. Why are you worrying yourself this way? Pick one. Anya ya madam Funjai. Na kofu fosu. There are a lot of guys, there are a lot of ladies. Don't be dating 2, 3. It is unhealthy. Wow.
Yes.
Papa. I know that you have learned a lot tonight. Mr. Johnson, my final word.
My final word is that love is a foundation for greater heights. Bible says, for God so loved the world that he gave his only son. That is sacrifice. It's a foundation for better things to come. Love is beautiful. Love. But in all your loving, the key thing that can fuel the love is respect. Okay. If you take away the respect from the love, forget. Respect each other. And then know how to communicate with each other. When you respect somebody, you don't touch the person anyhow. You communicate with the person for the person to understand. Because communication, if I communicate to you, you should understand what I'm saying and then communicate back to me. There will be distortions on the way. Take away the distortion. Let your communication be clear to the person. And the person understands you and the person also communicates back to you. So if I'm more feedback, there's a problem. Okay. There should be feedback from me to you whilst we're communicating. So love and show respect to each other, and the relationship will blossom. That is what I want to tell everybody. There are challenges in it, but so far there's respect and the love comes in, which is sacrifice, you can work together.
Wow. Thank you so much, Mr. Johnson. Thank you so much. Mr. Johnson has enlightened us so much. As today we talked about communication in relationship. And I was so blessed, I was so happy, I was so enlightened. I know that you are too. Tonight we got to understand that communication plays a very key role in every relationship. Know how to talk. Mr. Johnson talked about the 4 A's, says avoid, adjust, adapt, and accept your partner. We also talked about understanding your partner's needs. Don't say you are too busy to communicate. Unkwana say pesca there Kencity Agyapong, and like almost all the rich people, they have time for their families, for their children. And you know, it is not an excuse. Say, I'm too busy, I'm working, I'm making money to come and marry you, so give me time. It is not an excuse. Let's all learn to respect our partners. Baby, how are you? Don't assume. Talk to your partner, let him or her know what you are going through or what you are thinking to bring peace in the relationship. Once again, if you want to sponsor this program, our doors are open. You can call or WhatsApp us on 0548 636612 0548 636612. Waves of Love comes to you every Sunday 7 p.m. Keep watching. Thank you and See you same time next week. Bye.